guys go? I don't know. Where did you go? I said, right after AIT, overseas, gone. Well, no, where did you guys? I don't want to tell you. So I looked at him. You don't want to tell me. Why? No, I'm afraid you'll hit me. I said, why would I want to hit you? It's crazy, right? He said, well, you sure you want to know? Yeah, like I'm saying, where did he go, to the White House? You know what I mean, the 3 Air Force guys. He said, we went to Long Beach, California for almost 4 years. They were in an Air Force Reserve unit. Long Beach, California.
See, but they didn't get to see the world, the German.
No, they didn't get. Yeah, well, I want to tell you what.
The travel.
I want to tell you what. I wish they had, and I should have seen Long Beach, and I never forgot it. It was
excuse me,
Kenny Machado, Joe Sakara, and Tony Moniz. I haven't seen them guys. I'll tell you, no, over 50 years. Yeah. It's time goes by that fast. Anyway, getting back to you want to be a doctor?
Yes.
What kind of a doctor?
The goal eventually would be a forensic psychiatrist.
You've been watching CSI. You don't tell me you want to chop up bodies.
No. I want to talk to
forensics.
Yes.
Oh, forensic psychiatry. Oh, whew. Thought you pathology there, pathologist.
No.
See, I am familiar with some of those phrases, So you're going to be a psychiatrist?
That is the goal. Yes.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm not laughing at you.
No.
When you're done, come back to Fall River, open an office. Believe me, there'll be lines going around because there's so many people that need to talk to people. Like what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm one of them, but boy, I got to tell you, I'm perplexed because they got an awful. Whoa, they ought to move the Harvard Medical Center down in Fall River.
They don't have enough time in their lifetime.
No.
Talk to all the people.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. Well, so now you got to be a doctor though.
Yes.
Yep.
Medical doctor.
MD. Yeah.
And then you get a couple more initials in your name, so that you.
A couple more letters to
couple more letters.
Alphabet soup of a last name.
Yeah, right. There you go. And then you're saying. So you're like. Did you ever watch the show Monk?
Yes.
And The Sopranos. Tony Soprano goes talks to psychiatrists. What do they get an hour, by the way, right now? $200 an hour?
Depends on the psychiatrist.
It can vary. I remember researching it once. A forensic psychiatrist.
What's a forensic?
Essentially, if I were to work, it's always teeter-totter between the U.S. Army and the FBI. Eventually, where I'll ultimately end up. But
she's going to be like that girl Clarice from
Silence
of the Lamb. You'll end up working you'll be an FBI agent before this is all done. Is that what you want to do?
I could really see myself having a long career in the Army. So it's.
Oh, and you want to know what?
Can't beat it.
You know what? She'd get out as an 06. She'd retire in 20 years as a full colonel. No doubt in my mind.
If you're going through medical, you get major instantaneously.
Yeah,
so.
it's too easy. The medical.
How old will she be when she becomes could become a major? 35?
28,
earlier than that.
26 to 29.
She gets her MD because the AMED side of the Army is a little different. I mean, because doctors are a little bit higher commodity. Their expertise, and the training that they receive, we got to compete with, what's out there. So automatic, you come in as a captain. You know what I mean? You go ahead and
by the way,
you skip like second lieutenant and lieutenant right off the bat.
So what happens when you get your degree? Now you're in the Army as an officer.
Yes.
What will your rank be?
If I just go through U-shoes, it's captain, right?
Yep.
And when will you hit the major slot?
Once I do my specialty in forensics, that should be.
Excuse me 1 second. Okay. Look, if you want to tell me I got 5 minutes, just shout it out. All right? Never mind with this. What do you think? I'm a pilot coming in landing on an aircraft carrier? God almighty. Anyway, that's incredible.
Yep. So I mean, it's all like it. We have neurosurgeons that come in straight as light birds, lieutenant colonels.
I can understand that
because the time it takes for their specialty training to go through and all that kind of stuff.
I put a guy in, a veterinarian.
Yep.
Bingo. They gave him a major slot.
Yep.
Right off the bat. Didn't know even how to salute.
Nope.
He asked me one day, "What's that for?" I said, you got to go back like that, you know. You know, he didn't know what it was for. You know. Now let me ask you something. If an '06, a colonel in the National Guard, with no military training at all. Now what I'm talking about, like they go back years. They used to make you an officer in the National Guard, and you know, and then you went up. But you never went on active duty. We had a major from the National Guard come in my outfit, my military police unit. He was a Spec 4. That's the rank. That was the exchange rate. He was a Spec 4 from a major in the National Guard. So what would a colonel be? A buck sergeant?
Nah.
Staff?
I mean, that's got nothing to do with it. You know, they got to go through branch to get. If a sergeant, you know, comes in from the guard or from the reserves, wants to go active duty, or a prior service guy who was in and got out, we do a grade determination. You know, as long as they served in the capacity for enough time that they actually know what their job is, they can keep it. But
I am telling you, Sarah, I am so impressed.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to meet you. I mean that, you know. And what a story you got. I hope, and that article you did in the paper was such a tribute, and it was the truth. You know, a lot of people, if I had known it was here, I would have brought the article with me because I tape them up, you know. How long are you going to be around?
Before basic training?
Yeah.
I ship out on Tuesday.
Tuesday she's out to
Gone.
6 days.
Now listen.
Begins her.
If they give you a hard time, you call us. And we'll go down there with the cameras.
You can document it.
And we'll go down there and say, we're going to document. If there's any mistreatment of Sarah, we're going to let you know about it, all right?
Should be all right.
I want to start a whole new outfit where everybody that signs up in the service, they can call us if they're having a hard time. Got to be kidding me. Right? Can you imagine that? Because I've had people call up, their girlfriends missed them, and therefore they wanted to get out. So they left. And the Army doesn't chase you anymore. No. They're just going to cut you loose. You know, they've done away with stockades, didn't they? Well, they're not in the prison business, cop business per se.
That's the difference now, I mean, that we got. You know, it's an all-volunteer Army. The whole reason about, you know, we don't have a draft, people like, I get asked all the time.
You want to be there.
You think there's going to be a draft? I told you, the people that want the draft least of
that's
all
amazing,
is
Sarah.
the Army. If you don't want to be there, we don't really want you. You know, I'm not
Correct.
saying you're not going to get. You can't just walk away.
It's the greatest thing in the world. The greatest opportunity. What a story that is. You know, I'm going to call my friends at SoCo Magazine, South Coast Magazine. Maybe they'd like to do a story on you.
Thank you.
You know, yeah. I'll hook it up with Sergeant Soares because that's interesting. I'll tell you, that's incredible. I mean, we need to hear more stories like this. You know, not the cuckoo that's going around having 14 kids at one time. You know, I'm sorry. I'm overdoing it. 8 kids at one time.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the kind of stuff. Your stories are what America needs to hear, okay? But anyway, thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
And keep us posted.
Absolutely.
My dear Sarah.
Nice to meet you.
Won't be in pierogi. Sergeant
Won't be in
Soares.
pierogi.
Pay me the money you owe me, you deadbeat. All right.
I got your penny in my car.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it, too. I'm broke. See you later till next week, sports fans. All right, play my song. Play my music. You know, it's incredible. I mean, I am so impressed with that.